name is Nye, and I am a new driver at Continental Express. I am 31 years old. I am married to my wonderful husband of 3 years. We've been together for almost 9 years. And we have a dog and a rabbit. And so I am 9 months into my year contract. And right now I am taking my 10-hour break because I've been up since 4 this morning. I heard about Continental Express through my husband, actually. He's a school bus driver, and one of his routes he drives past Continental Express, and while I was looking for a trucking company, he did tell me about this company. He's like, hey, don't give them a try. I went and talked to Linda and Jason. They seem like really nice people. He also drove past a couple other places, but I decided to go to Continental because it was face-to-face, very personable, and Linda and Jason were super, like, very nice, very honest people, and that's what drew me into this company. I've always had some fascination with semis. I just thought they were cool. Ever since I was a kid, I just thought they were really cool vehicles. I wasn't really aware of what they did. I just knew they transported goods and products, but I wasn't sure like what all went into trucking. So being me, the adventurous person that just goes out on a whim and does things, it started off as a joke. Becoming a trucker, I was a designer previously, an interior designer, commercial interior designer, and I just decided I wanted to do trucking, so I gave it a try. Every morning I woke up, was like, what am I doing? Because I'm so used to working corporate 9 to 5. But the schooling, I mean, it starts at 7:30 in the morning, ended at like 2:30 in the afternoon. The first week was probably the roughest because reading at 7:30 in the morning was very rough. For the first week only, you're reading a book, and then the other 3 weeks you learn how to drive the truck, and it's a manual. So I've never driven a stick shift before. So Jeff was very knowledgeable. He's very patient in helping you learn how to shift and learning how to drive the truck. So schooling experience was very helpful, especially when it was time for the actual training with your trainer. Training was overall, it was interesting. It was fun. You had your good and your bad. There were days that I did cry and get frustrated. There were days where I had so much fun I couldn't wait to get back to it. And so I had Melinda, and the first 2 days I watched her drive her truck. First of all, she was in an automatic, and that's totally different from the the standard truck, the manual truck. So I watched her for 2 days on how she was driving, how she handled hills, how she turned, how she backed. And then the rest of the 6 to 8 weeks, it was my turn. I was the driver. She was just there to be my little voice, basically. So she watched me with driving, taught me how to back. She also taught me what I was doing. Like, we would go to shippers, and from the shipper we're dropping an empty and we're picking up a loaded trailer to take to the receiver, but we can't leave without a seal on the trailer and the bills. And so it was a lot of paperwork. The paperwork part is confusing at the beginning, so like filling out your folder, filling out your pay sheet, making sure your bills are correct, making sure the bills have the right trailer, have the right seal number, checking your weight, getting scaled. There's a lot that goes into this. It's not just driving, which I mean, it should have been common sense. It's not just driving and backing into docks. There's a lot that goes into trucking, but overall, it was a great experience, and I'm really glad I went through with it. So like I said before, I've been out here 9 months since I started back in February, the schooling, and then I finished training in May. So I've been out here for 9 months, been to 40 states. Every state's different, different driving conditions. I will say Pennsylvania, New Jersey, they are the most aggressive drivers. So you have to learn how to drive like them, but also do it safely and legally. But so far, pros, you're like your own boss out here. You know, they give you your load assignment, and you can schedule like, okay, I can drive this many hours and take my 10-hour break, or you take your split however you want to do it. You basically some cons would be, I mean, you may have some issues with your trailer, you may have issues with your truck, some days you might have to sit for a few hours or several hours or a day or two for your load. So there's that gray area with trucking. So, you know, I always lived my life with, like, I always have a plan B. So I always know that things don't go accordingly. So when things happen, like change drastically, I don't let that affect my mood or anything. I'm just like, okay, well, I knew that was coming. Best I can do is get the trailer fixed, or, you know, just sit and wait for my load. I mean, that's the best you can do. Just bring something to keep you busy. Like, I like to color. I'm learning crochet via YouTube. And I also like to paint. And sometimes I cook on here, cook on my truck. I made some butter noodles once. They were awesome. Oh my God, they were delicious. But yeah, when you get your own truck, you know, you get to learn yourself more because you're by yourself most of the time. And yeah, it's pretty cool out here. It's pretty cool. You get to see the country, and you get to learn different backing maneuvers. You get to challenge yourself. So yeah, I've actually had a lot of mail, just a bunch of men come to me and say, hey, I was thinking about getting my Class A and driving the big truck, but when I saw you, you know, that was my extra push, because if you can do it, that means I can do it. And I'm like, go for it, buddy. You know, I encourage everybody. For someone that's interested in becoming a truck driver, I would say just go for it.